Alright, tank goes. Tank is... Alright, let's think about this. Here's the thing. If I move tank up by 1 like that, then he is going to be stuck there if those boomers get poisoned, right? If they get killed, right? Eileen and really Gunbjorn is going to probably be the one to try to take him out, because if I... Oh no, that means... Oh crap, Bebo's going to get stuck with a poison too. Huh. Okay. Well, I guess tank... Yeah, you know... I guess tank is going to actually just attack. I think we may just... we may just have to have tank defend and hope that the 2, 3, 4, 5 defense dice and the defense die reroll is going to be enough with his counter, vicious counter, to not kill. Yeah, I don't know what I can do about that. That may just have to be bad news bears. Okay, we're going to go for it. He's moving there. Going to work on the casters. They do have the movement slot, so they're normal. He's going to get a 3 dice attack, -1, because he is close to them, so the miasma does kick in. So he's going to attack, going probably for that caster that's already got damage on him, obviously. So he's on his second of 3 actions. Sorry, his second action. He only has 2 actions. He used 1 to move into the spot. It is water, so he does have to stop immediately. Doing an attack. Okay. No rerolls, but he did get a crit. And 2 hits. Now remember, the casters do have 1 defense. They're not in a defense slot over here on the initiative track. So that is going to be 2 hits, -1, 1 hit, for a total of 3 on this caster, which is enough to kill it. So we will now take boom from 2 to 3, right over here on tank. And that is his turn. Okay. All right. Eileen is going to move into this space. And Eileen is going to, with that first action move, second action attack. Same thing, actually. 2 attacks, 2 dice, sorry. A total of 3 actions, so she is going to be able to do this twice. Okay, so here we go. And first attack against one of the casters, since neither one of them are harmed. Good deal, that's 2 damage. But remember, they do have a defense of 1, so that's really just 1 damage. Needed some crits, that would have been great. But apparently that's not going to happen, so let's just do a little bit of rearranging here. Let's make this pretty clear there. And point him at him there, yeah. Alright. Same attack against the same. Alright, and wow. Okay, no attack rerolls. Oh, we do have 1 attack reroll. Yeah, so we're going to reroll 1 of these. That one's definitely missed. We'll see what happens. That's a hit, but defense would have taken a crit to do anything. So that is all of her turn. Gunbjorn. Hitting with ranged longbow. 4 dice attack normally. Going to be a 3 dice attack with the miasma. Shooting at the currently damaged unit. Looking for crits and arrows. Oh, 2 hits. Let's have a reroll. So let's reroll this. Alright, so 2 hits. That's going to be 1 damage. It's going to take 1 wound. So that's going to be 2 wounds on that caster. That was his first of 3 actions. And I need to take this dice and run. So he's going to use his next action. Do the same thing again. 2 dice. versus the one that is damaged. Sorry, 3 dice versus the one that is damaged. Boom. Alright, so there's 2. Attack reroll. Still just 2. So, second action does the 3rd damage. Boom. Which will take him to 9. Ooh, we need to go do that. Yeah, it takes him to 9. This is going to make a difference. So let's go back over here just for a second. So, Bebo, we can either do +1 attack to spell attacks with her rank 3, or Haley's bite may take 1 free attack action with Haley. I think that's pretty obvious what our best bet is going to be. We're going to get an extra dice with spell attacks because that's what she's always using. So why wouldn't you do that? Then we are going to go over here to, here we go, magic. To Gunbjorn, we have Mystic Weapon. May attack with melee weapons from range. May attack with melee weapons from range. Roll ranged result. Or Chant of Speed. All close heroes gain 1 free move action, including Gunbjorn. So we can either do a lot of movement with him. And move with him, and if he's there with anybody, they can do a lot more movement. Or we can make his weapons ranged, regardless of whether it is a ranged or melee. That's a tough decision. But he does have a 4 dice of each, which is pretty good. So I think I'm actually going to give him the Chant of Speed, just because by doing that, I think he could potentially get around a little bit quicker and maybe help somebody else get somewhere they needed to be in a tough spot. I think that's what I'm going to go with. So he still has 1 action left. So yeah, he's going to definitely spend that to attack the caster with his final action. That is again going to be a 3 dice attack with his longbow. 3 dice instead of 4 because of miasma. Ranged. We've got a crit. So let's add 1 more here. Oh wow, that sucks. So we have a crit, and we get 1 reroll. So the other 2 are out, so let's just reroll this, and that is nothing. Okay, so that's 1 damage, which the caster soaks up. No problemo. Alright, now he does have a free move action because of his change in experience tier. So his free move action is, I'm going to have him move to here, and I'm doing that so that if these get destroyed, he at least won't have that poison on him, which could potentially happen. Alright, so the grunts next, they're going to move. These are the only 2. Alright, we almost got to take the casters off the board, but we didn't. So they're going to move here. And they're going to attack him with his 2 defense. And didn't do that well either. So he gets 2 defense versus the grunts. No defensive rerolls. So he's going to take 2. Okay, so that puts him to 0 health. Alright. So, what happens when we go to 0 health? Well, that is considered a KO. Okay. When we get KO, there's actually a couple different things that we do. We get downed. So, immediately, model goes on its side. Okay. We don't have any objective tokens. He immediately goes to the bottom of the initiative track. Now, this is where things get kind of confusing. The boomers go to here. All these shift up. He goes to the bottom of the initiative track. The morale marker moves down. Boom. He can't do any actions other than rally, and he gets 1 dice per hero per action. And basically, we're looking for a crit. If he does roll a crit, he can stand up and move, basically a free move, 2 spaces without having a dodge roll. And he gets half his HP back, so he would get rounded up, so it'd be 3. Yeah. And then once he does rally, then that's his turn. So that's basically all he does that turn. So really stinky, crappy, not good. Fortunately, they're not. He's not a target of an attack. He's not. Doesn't have to worry about that. But it did drop a morale token. That's the first time that's happened. So yeah, not good. Okay, so now the other thing though is that now means Bebo goes. Okay, so Bebo is going to go. Bebo has 3 actions. Action number 1 is going to be Bebo does this to get rid of that penalty for the miasma for 1, and to try to take out those boomers. I don't see any way of moving people around without taking a whole bunch of damage. So that's what we're going to do. So now that we got the miasma, her leech life spell is 4 dice. And we probably should consider giving that to Gunbjorn. That's a good way to heal, because he's going to need it later on. But for now, that's going to be 4 dice for the leech spell. Plus 1, because it is a spell, that's her ability. So that's 5 dice. And then remember the mighty gloves that we picked up, this accessory, gives us plus 1 attack. So that's going to be 6 dice, right? And with crits, also remember what a crits cause. That's right, crits cause AoE wounds. So she's going to target 1 boomer and try to destroy the others, which I hate, because then the poison's going to get on those 2, and then it's just bad news bears. But it is what it is, as they say. Okay, so here we go. 6 dice, ranged, and no rerolls. No rerolls. So wow, that is horrendous. So out of 6 dice, only 1 hit. Are you serious? Are you serious? Wow. Wow. Okay. So that's 2 actions of her 3. So now we've got it. Now, okay. So now we've got. Is it worth it? I don't think so. Same thing again. Final action. Firing at the boomers. 6 dice. Good Lord. Set this right here. Get a really good shake. Looking for ranged and crits. No rerolls. What do we got? We have 2 hits. That's it. Golly, 2 hits is it? Oh, wait, the Boomers have 0 defense. I forgot about that, and only 3 health. So, one would have taken 2 last time. The other one's going to take, that same one is going to take 2 this time, so it's going to be 4. So, boom, blows up. They are only worth 1 XP, unfortunately. But, now, we have to put poison tokens on, or excuse me, a poison token, I should say, on Tank. It sucks. And Eileen, because they are both close. Okay. Wow, that sucks. Alright. Casters go next. Casters are going to target the closest enemy. It's going to be either Tank or Eileen. It's going to go for highest in initiative order. That's going to be Tank. They normally get 1 damage. However, they are in an attack slot, which means that caster will actually get 2 damage attack coming at Tank. However, Tank is prepared for such eventualities. His defense is 2 by default, so I'm just going to put the dice in here before we roll it. Let's count it up. So 2. Then he's going to get 1 additional dice for his shield. He's going to get 1 additional dice for his amulet of protection. He's going to get 1 additional dice for his skill helm. And he's going to get 1 additional dice for his position on the initiative track. So he's going to roll 6 defense dice. Try to defend against 2 damage. And remember, crits are going to cause wounds. 1 wound to close attacking enemy per crit. So here goes nothing. Okay. So we did block 1. Do we have defensive reroll? Oh, yes, we do. We have 1 reroll. So, we got a crit. So let's go ahead and roll that extra die. Okay, no good. So let's reroll. So we don't have anything we can do with these. We only have 1 reroll. So the only one so far that apply is this. No. Okay. So we do have 2 defense. So he takes no damage, and he does do 1 wound to the attacking 1 close. 1 attacking, which is the important part there. Attacking close enemy. There we go. So, and that's the cool thing. The struggle in this game. The cool thing about this game is, like, that's a ton of defense, right? 6 dice you go. There's no way. But did you? I mean, the shields are so hard to get. The crits are hard to get. So, even though yes, there's a ton of dice with him, it's still difficult to do. And for low dice defense characters, which is pretty much everybody else, if they get attacked by a very large group, they're in trouble. So you really either have to thin them down, or you've got to run. But in this case, it just was rough. All right, Boomers. They're going to move. And actually, you know what? I think the last time around, this one should have moved here. I forgot about it. Yeah, it should have moved there. So they're going to move. It can only move here. All right. And this is going to stay there. So there's going to be 1 attack by the Boomer. Oh no, wait! They are in the movement slot, which means that Boomer is actually going to go in here. Oh man! And again, going to attack. Tank, who does have the 6 defense dice, but yeah. So let's see what happens. Here we go. 6 defense dice. There's 1 crit. So let's move that to the side. And, oh, another crit. All right, let's move that to the side. And miss. All right, so we got 2 crits. We do have 1 reroll. So we're gonna just set these out for now because, again, they're not gonna matter. And reroll. No. Okay. So he was taking a total of 2 damage. 1 from this boomer, 1 from that boomer, with 2 crits, both blocked. He needs to apply 2 wounds to any close attacking enemy. So he's going to pick one, and we're going to put 2 damage, actually both of those damage, on this one. Okay. So, not great, but not bad. Guards, not engaged, no line of sight. Archers can move. They are going to move closer to be able to attack. So they would move here. Alright. And yeah, we still have all this. Making sure that grunts, we still have grunts. Casters, we still have a caster. Boomer, we still have boomers. Guards, we still have archers. We still have brute. Brutes, yes. Okay. So archers are gonna move here. They're gonna fire. They do have line of sight here. There's no obstruction. They do have clear shot. In order to do that, they did technically move closer because it'd be from here. They could either go 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, they basically just have to get here, so they could either go here. All right, 3 attack coming against to do one damage piece. So yeah, three damage coming at our boy Tank with his 6 defense. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Oh, there's a crit. And he did have a shield. We'll go ahead and roll. Oh my gosh, another crit. Another shield. And while we're doing defensive rerolls, let's just see. Okay. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 defense. He was only taking 2 damage, so he's good to go. All right. Cannot go. Cannot move. Again, no line of sight. Gunbjorn. Alright, so now we're going to attempt to rally. Whew, okay, let's hope. Yeah, let's hope Gunbjorn can get out of this. His actions, since he has 3 actions, are going to be to try to rally. Okay? So he's the only one in that space. So, first of 3 actions, hoping for a crit. No. Second of 3 actions, hoping for a crit. Dang it, no. Third of 3 actions, hoping for a crit. No. Okay, well, he's done. Alright, so now we're back to Tank. What do we want to do with our boy Tank? I think that Tank's just going to go ahead and actually try to take out that boomer. To go ahead and trigger the poison. That'll take the boomers actually off the map, which will move the guards into a moving position, the archers into a melee position, brutes will go into an attack position. Yeah, let's do that. Get him off the board. Now, yeah, he needs the XP anyway, so he's good on that. Good as far as that goes. 15 is the next threshold. All right, here we go. Attack. Ooh. Gets crit. And he gets 1 reroll, but there's really no sense in rerolling, so that's going to be 3 damage with his first attack. 3 damage is enough. The boomer, who has no defense, so all 3 goes through. That's a total of 5, which is more than enough to kill it. Boom. It goes away. That is going to put Tank to 4 XP, which puts him in tier 2. And that also means he gets another action. So he now has 2 more actions left. Um, so he is going to, actually he's going to attack the boomer. So he's going to use his second of 3 actions, or now 3 actions, to attack the boomer. Again, just trying to proc those to go off. And crit. Yeah. And he gets a 1 attack reroll. So let's reroll this range. Come on, come on. Oh, man. Alright, so 1 damage on that boomer. It's his second action. His final action will be 2 dice attack versus the boomer. Again. 2 range. Going to reroll 1 hit, but they don't have any defense, so that is at least 2 hits. That's good, I guess. Now, at the end of his turn, he has to roll his poisoned. So, at the end of his turn, he's going to have to try to defend against that. All here rolls an axe symbol on a defense check at the end of their turn. Okay, so my understanding from that, if it's a defense check, would be that he's going to get all of his defense dice, right? So in this case, he's going to get 6. 2 plus 1 for a shield, plus 1 for the amulet, plus 1 for the helm. That's 5, plus 1 for his initiative spot. And if we roll crits, that's really what we want, because a crit means the poison goes away. Otherwise, so he's going to take 1 point. He needs to defend against basically 1 point, and if a crit comes up, the poison token goes away. Boom. There it is. No sense in rerolling. He did defend. The poison token goes away. Yay. This is good. Although when we kill the boomer, it's just probably going to come right back. Okay, Eileen next. Eileen has counter slash. After successful dodge roll, deal 1 wound to a close enemy. Alright, well, it's actually just going to use 3. Should do that. 3 dice against this guard down here. It's got 3 actions. Yeah, 3 actions. So 3 dice. First, the guard. It's not affected by miasma. 4 dice because of the initiative slot. Right? So we're going to try to attack this guard here. So here we go. Ranged. Oh, my Lanta. 2. That means 2 more dice you get to roll. Oh my gosh. No rerolls, but that's 4 hits. Guards are in the defensive slot, and they have 2. So that means their total damage, their total defense is 3. But, and their health is 5, which is ridiculous. But that is 1 damage done with the first of 3 actions. 2 actions left. I'm going to try to attack again. Why wouldn't you? If I could get rid of that, that'd be great. And staying there, not going to have a chance to get hit with the boomer. Poison. Second attack. Alright, so there is a crit. There's another crit. Holy crap. There's another crit. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Oh my lord. You are seeing me roll this. You are seeing me roll this. No rerolls. These 2 go away. 3 of these go away because of the defense. That's still 3 damage for a total of 4 with a second attack. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. That is amazing. I'm going to take all these dice that roll crits. Final attack here. 4 dice ranged. All we need to do is 1 more damage and that thing goes away. 1 more damage. Oh my gosh, if you could do this, wow. That is going to be epic. Here we go, here we go. Okay, so there's 3 hits and a crit. So this just needs to be ranged for another crit. Oh, it's another crit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, but that's still 4. So these miss completely. 3 defense, you take 3 of these away. That's 1 damage. 1 damage makes this 5 and 5 damage, ladies and gentlemen. Takes out a guard. Just suck it, guard. Okay, so, cool thing about the guards. The second thing about the guards is they have ridiculously high health and defense. Good thing about the guards is they are worth at least 2 XP. So Eileen is going to get 2 more XP. That's going to put Eileen to 6. And thus far, Eileen most definitely gets MVP. Alright. Excellent. Holy crap, that was awesome. Alright, grunts go. Grunts are going to move. I believe that for the purposes of space, that a down hero doesn't count towards the limit, space-wise. So, but let me just see if I can verify that. Because the grunts would move in, 1 would move in, or 2, depending on how that rules. So let me take a quick look and see. Okay, so, from my understanding, reading in the rule book, it says the space is considered full and it's based on the models, not the status of the model. So, we are activating grunts, right? So the grunts would attempt to move closer, which means this grunt's going to go here. That's going to be 4 models, though, in that space. So the other grunt cannot move up, all right? And then the grunt's going to attack, and it's going to be hitting tank, of course. And it's going to be 6 defense dice from tank. And we get a reroll, right? Yeah, 1 reroll. Oof. Come on, crit or shields. Oh, crit. Okay. Yes. Alright, so there's no more rerolls. Only have 1 reroll. So none of this is going to count. So let's go ahead and take it out. And alright, so he blocked 1. So he's going to go down to 3 health. So he did take 1 damage that time. Bebo. Man. She gets 3 actions. Is in a defense slot. I think I'm going to risk it for the biscuit, as they say. Check something else here. I believe at this point, as soon as they moved into there, almost missed that. As soon as they moved into there, the grunt should have actually moved. I'm sorry, this guard should have moved up, so he should be there. That's the hard part. Don't get me wrong, the mechanic is neat. It's just sometimes very difficult to determine line of sight for engagement purposes because of the way that works. Yep, that's what I thought. So actually, this is active. So at this point, everything's active except for these guys. I've got to make sure. I should probably make sure I do that. I mean, these are pretty obvious, but okay. So back to Bebo's turn. So she has 3 actions. I think I'm going to go 1, 2, and just because she has so many dice, try to 3 this. Alright, so she's going to get 3. She's going to get 4. And then plus 1 from her gloves. It's going to be a total of 5 dice. Let's see what she can do. Yep, let's see what she can do. So here we go. 5 dice with her only attack. For ranged, wow, there's 2 crits, and there's nobody else in the space, which really sucks. She could have got a lot more damage if she'd gone for, say, this. Alright, here we go. 2 hits. Okay, so that's 3 hits. With 2 crits. Crits deal enemy. When you defeat an enemy with a crit, which she hasn't done, AoE wounds don't count. No rerolls. Yeah, so that's going to be 3 damage. But the guards are in the defensive slot, which means they have a total of 3 defense, so no damage. Okay. Unfortunate, but it happens. Casters next. Casters go. There is 1 caster. Nobody else on the board. Caster goes. It's going to attack. It's going to attack tank with 2 damage. 1 for its normal plus 1 for its initiative position slot. Tank is going to get the 6 defense. And hope. Draw. Okay. So there's 3 defense with 2 crits. So here's 2 more dice. Alright, so no defense there. But it can re-roll this with 1. See if we get anything. No. Okay. So that's 3 defense, which is enough to block. And 2 crits means it can do 2 wounds back to an attacking close enemy. Which means he can do 2 to the caster, which is 3 minus 1 for his defense. So, and the casters, let's just double check here. Yeah, they're in the attack slot. So, that's going to do 2 damage, 3 total, minus 1 for their defense, 2 damage for a total of 3 damage against the caster. So, he's going to kill the caster. Thank you. That's going to give him 1 XP. It's going to put him at 5. And, okay, so, having said that, that means that, boom, the caster card, because that was the last caster on the board, initiative card goes away. I remembered. Everybody scoots up. Oops. Okay. And, crap. Boomers go. Okay. Comes off. Does no damage. Okay. Boomers, oops, let me keep one of these. Boomers go. So they're going to do an attack against, well, I say they. That boomer is going to do an attack against tank. Tank is going to defend with his 6 defense dice. And 2 crits means 2 more defense. Excuse me, 2 more dice. Another crit means another dice. Okay. And a reroll. Dice. Okay, so he defends 5. None of these count. So he defends 5 and he gets to do 3 damage, 3 wounds back with his vicious counter. Which is going to be enough to kill this boomer. So, bye-bye boomer. It's going to give him an XP that's going to be 6. 5, 2, 6. And that's going to put poison back on him. And I may have forgotten to do Eileen's poison last time. I believe I did. Now that I'm thinking about it, so let me go back and do that. Eileen has 2 defense, and that's it. She gets a reroll for defense. No, so she would have taken 1 damage. That would put her at 2. Sorry, retcon that, but I want to try to make this as accurate as possible. At least I remembered to catch it this time. Okay. Boomers. And actually that takes care of all the boomers on the board. So that initiative card goes away. Guards move up. Move up. Boom. Boom. And I guess we're actually still on guards. I believe that's how that works. So, guards go. So we have one guard here. This one is active, so it's going to move forward one. Yeah. And it's going to attack. It is in the attack slot, which means it's got 2 attack. And that's 2 attack coming at Bebo, whose defense is 2, I believe, is it? Yes. 2 damage coming at Bebo. Oh, blocks 1. So Bebo goes from 3 to 2. Not too bad. Not too bad. Kind of surprised, to be honest. Archers are going to go. Archers do have line of sight, so they won't move. They're within range. Okay, and they're going to attack Tank. Unfortunately, they're not close, so it's just going to be his normal defense, and he's defending. Archers do 1 damage. He's going to be defending against 3 damage. So this could potentially hurt. But he does have 1 defensive reroll, so hopefully we can get lucky. Okay, so, well, there's the 3 damage right there. But just for grins and giggles, 2 additional for the crit and 1 reroll. No, so he does manage to block all 3 damage. But as they are not close, he does not get to add any wounds against them. Okay, that actually went much better than I thought it would. Just to be honest. Brutes can't do anything, so they're effectively going to pass. Gumbjorn, going to try to stand up. Going to be using, going to be using this die. He's going to try to rally with his 3 actions. First action, no rally. Second action, no rally. Third action, it's a crit. Okay, so, he does manage to rally. We get stand up. He gets to heal for half his XP. His XP. Half his HP rounded up. He has 5 HP, so that'd be 2.5. Rounded up would be 3. 2 spaces without incurring a dodge roll. So you can kind of get him wherever he wants to go. Archers will go first. So I was going to think about putting him over here. I don't think I'm going to do that. So I think he's going to go. He's going to go. Actually, I think he's just going to stay there. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he's going to. I think he's just going to stay there. That's what he's going to do. He's got his 3 health back. He's back in the fray. However, that is the totality of his turn.